Okay, let's go to number 11. The average value of the function I is equal to 50 sine omega t plus sine 3 omega t is equal to blank. So if you have a complex wave, so 50 sine omega t plus sine 3 omega t. So, yung IRMS is equal to square root of IRMS 1 squared plus IRMS 2 squared and so on. And sometimes the current or voltage has a DC component. The DC component has no sign function. So IDC squared. So IRMS here is 50, IRMS is maximum over square root of 2. So we have here IM1, then IM2. IM2 is 1. So square root of I max 50 over square root of 2 squared plus 1 over square root of 2 squared. So there is no DC component, so 0 yung DC component. So that will be square root of 50 squared plus 1 then divided by square root of 2 squared is 2. So 35.362. Okay. So to get the average value from the form factor, that is IRMS divided by I average. For sine wave, the value is 1.7. This is the form factor. So therefore, the average value of the current is equal to 35.362 then divided by 1.11. It will be 31.858 amperes. So that will be letter A. Let's go to 12. This is the formula. Or you can have IRMS is equal to square root of IM1 squared plus IM2 squared plus up to IMN squared then divided by 2. So plus IDC squared. The IDC should not be divided by square root of 2 because IDC is equivalent to IRMS. So that will be applied to some of the problems here. Half wave rectified sine wave has an average value of 100 amperes. So what is the effective value for half wave? IRMS for half wave is equivalent to effective value for half wave, and this is 2 over pi over 2 times the average value of the current. That will be pi divided by 2 times the average value is 100. So that will be 157.08 amperes. So based on the choices, we have letter A. Next, the form factor of a half-wave rectified alternating current is blank. Again, what is the form factor? That is the ratio of the average value over the RMS. No, it's the other way around. IRMS over the average value. The average value is computed as pi over 2 times I average all over I average. So the form factor will be pi over 2. So that will be 1 point shift pi divided by 2. So that will be 1.57. So ratio between like terms. So that will be unitless. So letter B. Next, 3 alternating currents are given by I1, that is 141 sine omega t plus 45 degrees. I2 is 3 plus 90 degrees. And I3 is 20 cosine omega t minus 120 degrees. Find the equation of the resultant current. For this case, so we will work already in RMS. Okay. So I1 is 141 times sine omega t. So yung maximum value. So IM1 is equal to 141 sine, the angle will be 45 degrees. Sine omega t will be the reference. So I2 times sine omega t plus 90 degrees. So IM2 is equal to 30 angle 90 degrees. So I3 is equal to 20 times cosine omega t minus 120 degrees. Convert this into sine function. So 20 times sine, cosine is advanced by 90 degrees with respect to the sine wave. So plus 90. If we convert this into sine function, so IM3 is equivalent to 20 angle negative 30 degrees. So we have now IMT is equal to IM1 plus IM2 plus IM3. So expressed in polar. So shift mode 3, because we will express the angle in degrees. So this will be 141 angle 45 plus 30 angle 90, then plus 20 angle negative 30. Then shift 23, that will be 167.4. Angle 45.65. The equation for IM or I total will be equal to 167.4 times sine. Reference is omega t, so omega t, the value of the total current leads the reference by 45. So this will be plus 45.65 degrees amperes. So 167.4 times sine of omega t plus 45.66. So this is the nearest. So number 15, when the sole purpose of AC is to produce heat, the selection of the conductor is based on the blank value of the current. This has been given as board exam problem for several times already. N times. Okay. So, malay natin maulit sa inyo. The value is for RMS. It is based on the RMS value of the current. So next, number 16, the maximum value of a sine wave AC voltage which will produce heat in a resistor at the same average rate as 115 volt of direct current is blank. There's a certain experiment. So we have two light bulbs. So we have here 115 volt DC. Then another bulb is connected to a variable AC voltage. So this will be adjusted so that at the time that these two bulbs has the same brightness, that will be the ERMS. So if that's the case, same brightness, the effect of the 115 volt DC is the same as the effect of this RMS value of the voltage. So this will be EDC. So the RMS value is 115 volts. And the problem is asking for the maximum value. E maximum is equivalent to 115 times square root of 2. The maximum value or RMS value times square root of 2. 115 times square root of 2 is equivalent to 162.635 or 162.6. So letter C. Next, number 17. A sinusoidal voltage source has a peak value of 150 volts. What equivalent DC voltage source would produce the same heating effect in a 1 ohm resistor. So again, the DC equivalent of the voltage or the current is equal to the RMS. But the given here is maximum. So E max is equivalent to E peak that is 150 volts. So the RMS value is equal to the DC value. Which is E max divided by square root of 2. E max is 150, then divided by square root of 2 is 106.07 or 106.0 or 106 volts. So yan yung number 17. Next, the effective value of Vt, that is equivalent to 100 plus A sine omega t, is known to be 103.1. The amplitude of A of the sine term is blank. So Vt is equivalent to 100 plus A sine omega t. So as you try to examine the equation of the instantaneous voltage, so 100 here is the DC value. Then A here is maximum. Okay. The effective is the RMS value. So VRMS, according to the problem, that is 103.1. That is square root of BDC squared plus V max square root of divided by square root of 2, then the quantity squared. So this will be square root of 100 squared plus V max is A squared over 2. That is 103.1. Then solving for A, that is equivalent to 103.1 squared minus 100 squared, then times 2, then you take the square root. So 35.485. 35.485 volts. So letter C. So 19, in alternating current and a direct current flows simultaneously in the same conductor. If the effective value of the AC is 8 amperes and the DC is 12 amperes, what will an AC ammeter read when connected in the circuit? So the readings for voltmeter and or ammeter, they will indicate the RMS value. Okay, so the RMS value of the current is equivalent to square root of the DC value 12 squared plus the RMS value of the current, so 8 squared. Square root of 12 squared plus 8 squared is equivalent to 14.42. So letter A. An impedance draws a current I. So we'll have very small I. 10 cosine omega t minus 30 degrees. From a voltage V that is 220 sine omega t volts. What is the power? So I is 10 times cosine omega t minus 30 degrees. The voltage is 220 times sine omega t omega t. So take note that the trigonometric function for I and V are different. For I, that is cosine. For V, that is sine. So the best thing to do is to convert this into its equivalent sine function. 10 times sine of the original angle omega t minus 30 degrees. Then we will add 90 degrees. So this will be 10 sine omega t plus 60 degrees. Okay. So we have here the location of the voltage and the current is here. The current is leading by 60 degrees. Eta BI. So the power, average power, is equivalent to ERMS or VRMS times IRMS times the power factor. ERMS is 220. This is the maximum value. Then we have here Imax. So over square root of 2 multiplied by 10 over square root of 2 times the power factor cosine of the angle between the current and the voltage, that is 60 degrees based on this diagram. The cosine of 60 degrees. So we have 220 divided by square root of 2 times 10 over square root of 2, then times cosine 60 degrees. So 550 watts. Pag small letter, maximum values itong mga to. Change kasi nung computer. Dapat ito small letter. Next is, ito naman, ano siya? Capital talaga. Capital letter B, saka capital letter I. So meaning, if this is the equation, capital, the values here are RMS. RMS. if you're going to get the diagram or draw the diagram, this is the voltage with respect to the reference. So it is leading by 30 degrees. Then the current is lagging by 30 degrees. So this is the voltage. This is the location of the current. So the angle between the voltage, theta VI, is 30 plus 30. Not 30 plus negative 30. So it will be 0 if that's the case. But take note, this is positive and this one is negative. So there must be a power factor angle. So that will be 60 degrees. So therefore, the average power is equivalent to RMS value 220 volts multiplied by 10 times the power factor cosine of 60 degrees. 220 times 10 times cosine 60 degrees is equivalent to 1,100. Then the power factor is cosine of 60 degrees. Cosine of 60 degrees is equivalent to cosine 60, that will be 1/2 or 0.5 lagging. Because the current lags the voltage. So meaning if you are going to rotate this in the clockwise direction or counterclockwise direction, the voltage V will reach its maximum value first as compared to the current because of the angle difference. So 1,100 watts with 50% lagging power factor. So our answer should be letter D.